Hi, everybody, and welcome to Module 3. This is your usual weekly walkthrough. So go ahead on over to the Content button, click there, and then scroll down to Module 3, Dissecting Arguments, Part 1. So this week we're going to be moving out of poetry and into arguments. Go ahead and click on that Module Overview tab. And this will describe to you what our focus will be this week. And that's going to be on nonfiction this time. And we're going to begin to analyze the structure of argument. We're going to be taking a look at three different styles: the Aristotelian, which is also called the classical model, the Rogerian, and the Toulminian methods. So you're going to have some different readings to do on those. And I will be posting some samples of what the assignment will look like as you practice each of these argument styles in support of the simple claim that you'll be making. If you scroll down further, you'll see those competencies once again. And then go ahead and click the next button, that arrow at the top or bottom of the page. That will take you to the module activities section. And you'll notice that for our activities this week, there will be some guiding questions, some informal writing, and the argument styles discussion. So I'll be posting some samples, as I said, for both assignments 1 and 2, so you can get a look at what that looks like. The guiding questions document is found under the materials, so you'll be looking over that, as well as the link to Karine Abdul-Jabbar's opinion here on protests. You'll see that there is an argument styles PowerPoint, which you'll look over before completing assignment 2. You'll also notice that there is a piece by Bennett that you'll be looking over, the chapter 3 and chapter 9 readings. And then we have Beyonce's Lemonade is Capitalist Money Making at Best to look over, Malcolm X's The Ballot or the Bullet, and Rankines' Citizen and American Lyric. So lots of interesting reading for you this week and lots to think about as far as argument styles. You'll notice there are some other resources here at the bottom that links us here to the PowerPoint presentation I mentioned earlier, a review of argument styles, and Socrative.com. Those things shall all help you to be able to compose your assignments this week. If you continue to scroll down, you'll notice once again that we have the module outcomes, which you can keep in mind as you complete the homework to make sure that you're on target for completing the objectives this week. Go ahead and click on the next button, and you'll see we come to Module 3, the discussion called Guiding Questions. For this discussion, notice that there is a Guiding Questions document, so you'll want to open that up by clicking on that link. And you'll also want to read Chapter 3 and Chapter 9 to prepare. And don't forget that our textbook is located under that Module Activities link. So then by Wednesday, as per usual, you will be uploading your answers to the questions on the discussion board, and you will be responding to 2 of your classmates' posts by Sunday. Your responses should be at least 150 words for each classmate here. So go ahead and scroll down and click on the next button again. And this will take you to the Module 3, Assignment 1, Informal Writing. So this is a chance for you to do some additional writing in an informal setting. In order to prepare, you're going to be reading a passage and submitting a document. So you're going to read the biographical information and excerpt, and then you're going to annotate while reading. The biographical information excerpt is going to be on Malcolm X, and you take a look at the purpose of this is really to take a look at this excerpt and then try to, in your own words, summarize the author's stance on the government, and then reflect on your own stance on the government and explain that stance. So those are the 3 key pieces of this assignment. Go ahead and click that next button. And that will bring you to the Module 3 Assignment 2 Argument Styles. This particular assignment students get the most confused about, so I definitely urge you to take a look at the samples I'll be posting later in the week in order to see how to put this together. Essentially, you're going to choose one of the following readings. Citizen, what you're seeing is people pushed to the edge. If Black English isn't a language, then tell me what is. Or Beyonce's Lemonade is capitalist money making at its best. So you're going to read and annotate that text, and then you're going to be submitting a clear, simple thesis claim based on your reading. And you're going to create a paragraph for one of each of the argument styles. So you will be creating, according to the one thesis that you post, you will show us or demonstrate your knowledge of the classical argument taken from that PowerPoint, the Toulmin argument, and the Rogerian argument. The classical argument generally talks about logos, pathos, and ethos as a way of making your argument and different types of ways in which you can connect with your audience. But there are some other pieces in there that you need to be aware of, such as how to make the claim and how to move forward from that claim. And that's all on the PowerPoint. The Toulmin method talks about claims and warrants and things of that nature, also on the PowerPoint. And so you'll be creating a second paragraph with that in mind. And then the Rogerian is a style of argument form where you attempt to connect with your audience by first sharing where you find the similarities between the arguments of your opposing people that are opposing your argument that you're going to present. So that's laid out also for you on the PowerPoint. Please label each paragraph so that I know what example you're giving me. Sometimes it can be hard to tell if you're doing the classical example, the Toulmin example, or the Rogerian example. So you just need to put a header in front of each of your paragraphs. And if it doesn't make sense right now, it'll definitely make sense once you see the sample and look over the PowerPoint slides. So that pretty much wraps up our Module 3. I look forward to reading your work on that, and I hope you have a great week.